Hello,
Hi.
YouTubes.
Hola.
I'm Jay, and I'm
Back
the
again.
Poiple team / Gabe. I have my podcast mic here. It's literally on a 20-pound microphone stand.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
God, it's so heavy.
I wouldn't guess it would be.
It's like full metal too.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I just found it in the shed.
I mean, it works.
Works better than my other one. So, all right.
Do we have a name for this podcast?
No, we still haven't figured that out.
I'm going to think of one really quick, really fast.
The Poiple Podcast.
The Poiple Podcast. I literally just thinking about that. It'll be the
Okay.
Poiple Podcast.
The Poiple Podcast.
Welcome back.
All right. So today on our topics, we have school experiences / stories, childhood stories / growing up, marching band stories, and childhood fictional crushes.
Woo! We have a packed episode today.
Yeah.
Because we actually wrote down topics this time.
Long.
Yeah. I'm also going to be doing makeup while we're here, so everybody's on the same page. If you see me looking this way, I'm looking at my mirror.
So, school experiences / stories, would you like to start?
Here's the thing about school, right? Like, school is either really funny or really bad. There is no in between. School experiences. Let me think of one. Oh, I'll just name the first one. First ever school experience. So, there's one time in pre-K. There's this guy, and he got on my nerves all the time. Like, I could not stand him. But he had a ponytail.
Oh my God.
And I didn't like his ponytail, and I didn't like him. So in pre-K, I went up behind him and I cut it off.
Oh my God.
And I didn't get in trouble for it. So I mean, hey, I did what I needed to. I did what needed to be done.
Good job.
I don't know like who he is anymore. Like I haven't seen him since pre-K. So hopefully he doesn't remember me, because that would be scary.
Let's see. I don't remember anything from past middle school.
Oh God. I just have so many childhood stories lined up that it's insane.
I mean, I have some childhood stories, but school stories, I tried to stay out of trouble and out of all of the drama as much as I could.
Oh, you were an actual good kid?
Huh. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Up until high school, where I started to just not care what other people. Well, I still cared what people thought. I'm gonna change that this year if we actually go back to doing actual school stuff.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen there. So, school's supposed to start back for us in September, which is a whole month before.
Oh God.
So
yeah.
We'll see how that goes. But you were a good kid. See, I was a good kid too. Like, in terms of grades, I've always made straight A's and whatever. But
not me. Can't relate.
In friend groups though, dude, I was crazy. I had a squad in 5th grade, and I forget what our squad name was. It was something stupid though. And we would cause all the trouble in the lunchroom because that's all we knew how to do.
That reminded me of something. I have the perfect story for you.
Well,
so in 5th, 3rd to your phone is falling. Your phone is falling. So in 3rd to 5th grade, we had the trees. It was our clan. It was, and we were at war with the bushes.
The bushes.
And our base was our side of the playground, and the bushes' base was the other side, and we would try to attack. And we had a tree that had everyone's name carved into it. I swear to God. And
wow.
So yeah, that was fun. We would also play zombie tag a lot.
Zombie tag. What's that? We never played
Basically
that.
tag, but if you get tagged, you're a zombie and you chase the other people. So.
Oh my gosh, okay, so our game was the exact same thing, but we called it Infected, and it's literally the exact same game, but just with a cooler name.
But and this game would continue for days because we would have like everyone on the playground playing it.
Oh jeez.
And you would have your different groups in school and on the playground especially. So yeah.
So the thing is that back in my school, if you weren't playing Infected, then you were lame and nobody talked to you. And so everybody wanted to be playing Infected because they didn't want to be seen as lame or not cool. Which none of us were, because that game was really boring, but, it's what it is.
We had a lot of fun on our playground. We had a lot of speculations as to what everything was. There were rumors that all of the, if you went outside of the track, because we had like a track behind our playground, like a walking track. And if you went outside of that area, it was all quicksand. But it was all grass out there. It was just grass. So we were dumb.
Quicksand.
And there was like a thing that we called a mailbox, but it wasn't really a mailbox out in the field. And we said there was a house out there. We had a lot of rumors about our school. Like people were saying there was a basement and there were like weird things under our stage because we had a stage like in the cafeteria and there were like I want to say like cabinets under it almost, but all it was like tables and chairs under there. So we were dumb elementary schoolers. Oh man,
we were stupid in elementary school. I don't know what we had going on. Like, there was this one time that this was right when, it's not when I started like being a big fan of One Direction, but this is when I started telling people I was a fan of One Direction. Mm-hmm. And I told my friend, one of my closest like guy friends, like, hey, I like One Direction. And he's like, One Direction? That's so stupid. Like, typical guy stuff. And so I was like,
I was about the same way as that.
I was like, oh, well, I bet my band is better than whatever stupid band you listen to. And he's like, bet. And so we had like a 6-month band war where we went around asking people which was the better band. And I won because the guy friend admitted to me that he was caught singing What Makes You Beautiful in the shower. So I win.
No.
He lost. And he did have to, see, and I never would have known that had he not admitted it to me, but he said it with his self.
Look, that was one of my favorite Just Dance songs.
That's just one of my favorite songs, period.
I didn't like it outside of Just Dance because it was one of the funnest songs to do.
Dang. See, I don't think I only had 2 Just Dances, and I think it was 2015 and 2016, and those are the only 2 that I've ever played.
I have 2020 and 2018 right now for the Switch.
Oh, snap.
And I had a few for the Wii. I don't remember which ones, though.
See, we had a Wii, and then when my sister moved out, she took it with her. So now we don't have a Wii anymore.
Anything else you want to cover with school stories?
If I sat here and covered every single school story I have, we'd be here all day, all night.
Why don't we move on to middle school?
Yeah, let's go to middle school. Middle school was the worst time of my life, and I will say that with my chest because I mean it. I had the absolute worst time in middle school to the point where if I ever needed to go back to the middle school I went to, I'm not going back. Like, let's say my brother went to the same middle school. I'm not stepping foot in there. No, absolutely not. Our school was just stupid. Like, everybody was so mean.
Sam's gonna have to go to Kennedy. And, yeah, Kennedy was pretty bad.
I heard Kennedy was bad. But then when I bring up that I went to Rehoboth, it was like, everybody's like, oh, no, Kennedy's better.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. it wasn't what everyone made it out to be in middle school. Like, I mean, in elementary school. Elementary school, everybody said Kennedy's the worst. Everybody's doing drugs there and stuff. Not really. There were your occasional kids who try to secretly vape in the bathroom and then get caught every single time.
Oh my gosh. Everybody in Rehoboth, besides myself, because I was a good kid, vaped in the bathroom. And they at least have once.
I try to avoid the bathroom unless nobody's in there. If nobody's in there, the bathroom is fine. See, especially in high school.
Yeah, true. There was one time that this girl got caught vaping in the bathroom, and once everybody was asking, like, wait, what flavor were you vaping? It was, I don't remember the flavor. I don't remember the flavor, but it was the grossest flavor that shouldn't have been made into a vape.
Oh, God.
I just, I remember her telling everybody, sitting at the lunch table, and all of us just, visibly gagging. It was serious. It was, we all looked at her weird for the rest of the year. Nobody ever, went back up and was oh, hey, girl. Yeah, nah.
Look, in middle school, it was 8th grade. I have my yearbook. You know Destiny, right? You have to know Destiny.
I know Destiny.
She wrote in my yearbook, remember Miss Powell's class, fifth period. I don't remember what happened. I'm going to have to ask her about that.
Oh, no.
It must have been something pretty bad for her to write it in the yearbook.
Go out of her way to write that in your yearbook.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm scared for you.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm going somewhere.
You've got red on one eye and blue on the other, right?
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch.
There you go. That's the look. We're going to go with that. I'm not going to put on eyeliner because I don't feel like taking it off. So we're just going to, this is the completed thing.
And you've already got, actually, no, never mind. It's switched. It's reversed. Because the blue would be on the left and the red would be on the right.
See, I don't have a Nintendo Switch with the colored Joy-Con, so I don't know.
Oh, you have the black ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted that one because that's the one with better battery life.
You want to switch? See what I did there?
Yeah.
What else is happening in middle school?
What about?
I don't know. I think I blocked middle school out of my memory, to be honest.
Relationships well, I can't talk about that, so that's not a good topic.
I had so many relationships in middle school, and all of them, every single one of them were bad. The 1 year that I didn't have a singular relationship was in 8th grade. Actually, I had one at the very end of the year, but I don't count that as being within the year because it was pretty much during the summer. And then I broke up with him before I went to high school.
I can't talk about that because I've never been in a relationship. So,
You'll be in one. You'll be in one. It's coming.
I mean, if I keep going down the path I am right now, gamer weed boy.
I mean, it's not a terrible path. At
least I'm not a drug addict.
Yeah, see, you got that under your belt. Somebody will see that and they will enjoy that. High school. Let's move on from middle school to high school because I blocked out all of middle school. High school.
I have a lot of stories from high school, even though it's our first year.
Oh yeah, we're only gonna be in 10th grade this year. High school was a time to be alive. There's this one kid. His name is Nathan. You know Nathan.
Yes.
And I didn't know Nathan.
Twin Tower Nathan?
I did not know Nathan until my 3rd block class on the first day. Man's was tall. He's 6'5". To put that in perspective, I am 5 foot. I would literally have to look up to him. And it shocked me because I was just sitting. Exactly. It shocked me because I was sitting down and I was just, signing in, doing my stuff, whatever. And then I looked, he walks in, and I literally jump. I'm like, because I thought he was an adult. And then I looked at him like, wait, he's got a book bag on. He can't be an adult. Yeah, that was terrifying.
There that day. I didn't move into that class till the third day because I was in classes I wasn't supposed to be. Because I was supposed to be in like all honors stuff, but they put me in the other stuff. So I had to get that changed.
Good. That third block class, though, we just spent the whole time annoying our teacher.
Yes, very much.
Yes, mother. Okay. Yeah, but, we spent just the whole time just ignoring that poor teacher. She's probably tired. She was so tired of us by the end of this semester.
She probably gave us like all a good grades just to get us out.
Just to make sure we wouldn't come back.
Exactly.
Like, here, have an A. Never see me again. Oh, man. I took French first semester of high school, and the French teacher, he's weird. He's a weird old man.
Oh.
And you know what?
The bald teacher.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wouldn't be as weird if he communicated like a normal human being, but he doesn't because he's part French. And so I guess he like took like the French culture and like attitude and like just ingrained it in him, while also mixing in like our attitude. And so it's just like, it's very awkward to have a conversation with him because like you'll ask him a question and then he'll answer every other question in the universe except for yours.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised I passed that grade with like that class with like a 97, but I did not understand a thing.
I barely passed my classes this semester.
Shoot, I barely passed my classes this year. Like I got good grades, but I struggled through all of them.
Yeah.
Like all of those are struggle grades.
And I realize right now I'm looking more towards that side of the screen, but that's where her camera is.
I'm probably looking like down.
I have a webcam right here, but you have your phone, so you're literally looking at the camera and the screen at the same time, whereas I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
If someone's really looking closely, I'm looking very slightly down, but that's it.
But it still looks like you're looking at the camera.
Yeah.
A lot of people still, I thought it would get better in high school. A lot of people still like pick on me because, weight issues. And,
yeah, which is mean. Very mean. People shouldn't do that.
Yeah. I get made fun of for about everything about me. So, And with people like you, if you pick on me, I know it's joking, but people that I like barely know, it's different because they're just like trying to feel good about themselves by making fun of you.
Exactly. And when it's been this year, I haven't come in contact with a lot of people making fun of me like it was in middle school. And I think it's because I kind of changed my whole thing in high school. But this is a PSA, and I'm saying this right now. I do not condone making fun of people in any shape or form if you're not cool and if that's not like your friendship. Like our friendship dynamic, sometimes we make fun of each other because that's just how we go. Yeah. But if you don't know the person you're making fun of, and you're just making fun of someone to make fun of someone, you're a terrible person.
Yeah.
And I mean it.
Like all the band kids, we get to make fun of each other. Right,
because that's the relationship we have.
Yeah.
But any chorus kids come make fun of us, and no. That's a fight.
Well, unless you're in chorus and band at the same time.
Yes.
You're good.
But you're on thin ice.
Yeah.
All right, next topic.
Childhood stories / growing up. I have plenty of stories here. I don't really need to think about them.
I'm going to change the color for each topic.
Because
I'm too
short.
See, at this angle, it makes it seem like I have a normal sized torso. I don't. I'm all leg. All leg. Like, it's bad.
Yeah.
If I had an average sized torso, I'd be an average sized human, but I'm not, and I don't. So, does that look blue? It still looks purple. Okay, we're gonna go to like.
No, I can see blue on mine.
Oh, okay, cool.
It looks blue.
Nice. Childhood stories.
Yes. You can actually see my full face now. Just not.
There we go.
Not just that.
Would you look at that? Well, all the difference a pillow makes. So, childhood stories. Right. Okay. So, what did I used to do in my childhood?
The weird things about my stories are I can remember things that happened when I'm 3, but I can't remember what I had for dinner last night.
Same mood. Me, literally. Like, CJ gets on to me all the time because I'll remember things from my childhood, like, 15 years ago, and I'll be, and then he'll ask me, so what did you?
Wait, that's illegal.
And so he'll be like, wait, what did you do yesterday? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, don't ask me. Childhood stories. So, I was a stupid kid. I'm dumb. I was a dumb child. I was a clumsy child. And that clumsiness and stupidity resulted in me having 5 concussions in my lifetime.
Oh, no.
5. I'm going to tell you 2 of the stories because the other 3 are hazy, and I don't really remember them. I wonder why. So, story number 1. I think this was the first one in the lineup. So, my sister had a lava lamp, and it was a really cool lava lamp. It was like,
Tell me
blue.
The story. Yes.
It was blue and it was green. It was fun. And she had it on a very tall dresser. At least it looked tall to me. I was very small. So I was laying on her bed, and the way her bed was set up, her dresser was right beside her bed. And the lava lamp was at the edge of the dresser. So I'm laying on her bed, right? And I'm like kicking the dresser just because I can. And as much as I kick it, like the lava lamp is just slowly moving towards the edge, and I'm not paying attention to it. And then all of a sudden it falls, and it's like directly on the top of my head, and it breaks. Like, not only does it doesn't just bonk me and then fall off. No, it breaks. It shatters on my head. And I had maybe 3 seconds of consciousness, and it was just like gone. And then I don't remember what happened after that. I just remember being home. Like, obviously I went to the hospital and whatever, but then all I remember is just being back at home. And then the second story happened at the city park. So at the city park, there are several different playgrounds.
The one near the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And, like, at the city park, there's several different playgrounds. And so there was one playground, and it had stairs. But the thing about the stairs is that they're really steep, and the stairs part were really small. So I was walking down the stairs, just minding my business, and I missed a step, and I fell down the stairs, and I hit the back of my head on every stair down. Yeah.
Oh, no!
Yeah. But thank God, like, that park is right, like, across the street from the hospital. So
from the hospital.
We're good.
Literally a minute and you're there.
Yeah, so that's convenient.
I have a story from there, and it's kind of embarrassing. But, I've gotten stronger in the past year. I've built up my pain tolerance a lot more over the past year. But as a from 8th grade down, actually from 9th grade down, more of my pain tolerance building has been over the past 9 months. I was like the easiest person to hurt in the world. But so those things, I think they only have them at the city park, like close to us at least. You go up the little stairs, or it's like a ladder, and there's like a thing that rolls that you hang on to.
Yeah, and it rolls and you swing.
So I got to the end of it. I swing or whatever, and got to the end of it, and you know how it just jolts you, as soon as you get there. I fell off and landed right on my back, and it hurt so bad. And I said, "Mom, call an ambulance." and people were passing by, and I was,
Ow. Oh man, that makes my back hurt.
I feel like it was more embarrassing now than it was like painful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was the pain of embarrassment. Ow, that makes my back hurt.
Yeah, my butt bone hurt for like a week after that.
Which makes sense. What's another story? Oh, I can tell the story of how I got this scar on my chin. So I was in second grade, but
I've never
I
actually
wasn't.
noticed that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy when people don't notice it, because this scar, though it's not my least favorite scar, but it's one of my least favorite scars because it's so dumb. But anyways, so I was at my cousin's house. It was either the day of Thanksgiving or the day after Thanksgiving, and we were in her laundry room playing tug of war. But
okay, I was about to try to guess something. I was gonna guess that you were in Heelys.
Oh, nah.
And fell on the pavement.
That would be such a cooler story than what I'm about to tell you. But we were in her laundry room playing tug of war. But the thing is, my cousin was the rope. So on one end, it was me, my cousin, and my sister. But I was at the very end of my cousin's arm. And then on the other end, on her other arm, it was her boyfriend, my other cousin, and one of my other cousins, I think. So we were like playing tug of war, fun stuff. And so I let my hands go, and I kind of like flop on the floor. And I'm laying on my stomach, and I'm giggling, I'm laughing. It's a fun time. And then my sister and my cousin do the same thing. They let go, but they didn't flop on the floor like I did. Like, they didn't break their fall. They used me to break their fall. And so my chin connected with the tile floor and busted open. And I screamed very loudly and alerted my parents, who were in the other room. The only reason why we were at my cousin's house is because we're in the transition of moving from my old house to this one. And I screamed very loudly, and they came in and rolled me off the floor. But the thing is that our cousin's house is very long, like very far away from the hospital. So the cousin's house is over here. Hospital is all the way over there. And so we had to make the drive literally all the way across town to get to the hospital. And then when we get to the hospital, they didn't treat me for like another 20 minutes, even though I'm literally like gushing blood out of my chin. They didn't treat me for another 20 minutes. And
you weren't their top priority.
Yeah, I don't know why. I have no idea. But yeah, that's the story of that. 6 stitches later, and now we're here.
Okay, I have a scar story. I'll have to take my earbud out and do some flexible stuff here to show you. Right there.
Where are we looking? Oh. Okay.
Ow. Ow, that hurt. I am not a very flexible person.
Me neither. Don't feel bad.
But it's on my knee. I'm sure you couldn't really see it, but
I saw it a little bit.
I was opening a package with
I think you've told me this story.
X-Acto knife.
Oh yeah.
And slit my knee open. Had to go to the pediatrician's office and get like 5 stitches.
Oh. Stitches suck. I hate
And the only reason I was crying, I didn't cry because I'm literally, because it wasn't really painful, because it was like super sharp or whatever. And sharp things usually don't hurt as bad until like 5 minutes in. But it was like at least half an inch deep. But I was crying because I was ruining my pants. I was ruining my... Well, I had ripped a hole in my pants. My pants were over my knee. And it ripped a hole through my pants. So I was crying because of that. I was crying because I saw the blood. I was crying because... And I was worried. I wasn't worried about the fact that I was gushing blood. I was worried about the fact that my blood was going to ruin my grandma's car.
And you know what? That's a valid thing to be worried about. Very valid. And I like just have so many stories just collected from my childhood because I was just a very odd kid. Like, so here's a little backstory to this story. At my school, they used to do this thing called CETV, and it was basically like, it was a news channel for our school, and it would tell us what things were going on, whatever. And my biggest dream in like first and second grade was to be on there, and I finally did in fifth grade because they only let the fifth graders do it. But my biggest dream is like, I'm gonna be on CETV one day. Nobody's gonna stop me. So instead of waiting until I was in fifth grade, I used to film the CETV on my little 3DS.
Oh my God.
I would run through everything from the pledge to the Star Spangled Banner to the news, birthdays, fun facts, all of it.
And the 3DS camera is so bad.
Right, with that terrible 3DS quality. And the videos on my 3DS are still there. And if I charged it, I could still watch them.
I think you posted some on your story one time.
I was just, it was weird. I was a weird kid. I'll take full responsibility for that.
Me too, bro. Me too. One time in fourth grade, this is back to like a school story. We were playing tennis in the gym. Tucker was on my team.
I think have you told me this story?
Probably. But YouTube hasn't heard it, so so we start hitting the ball back and forth, and I think Tucker like deflects it towards the wall. So I start chasing the ball and trip and go flying onto the floor and hit my head on the wall. And ouch. I swear this side is still elevated above this side.
Oh, I kind of see it.
Yeah, like I still have like a bump here. Yeah, it's bad.
That hurts.
And I had like, there's probably a scar there somewhere. I just can't see it. But I had bad carpet burn on there too, which just added to the pain because we had a carpet in our gym at that point.
Just added fuel to the fire.
Yeah. So needless to say, I had a headache for like a week after that.
Which makes sense. Valid headache.
Probably had a concussion then, but we didn't go to the hospital to try to figure that out.
Here's like kind of a school story, but also kind of just a life story because it will impact me for the rest of my life. So you see how like my finger doesn't like my pinky doesn't naturally go in with my hand. Like I have to force it to touch the rest of my fingers. And the reason why that is because in fourth grade there was this girl, and we were playing basketball, and there was this girl, and she got really mad. I don't know why she was mad, but she was mad, and she threw a basketball, and I tried to catch it, but the way I caught it, it knocked my pinky out of play. Completely like dislocated it. And so I was like, ow, this kind of hurt. So I just kind of moved it around and hope it got back to where it was. And my pinky hurt for like a good month and a half, but I don't think it ever went back into place properly. So now if I put my fingers together, it doesn't want to go back in, and I have to forcibly touch it to my hand. Like this one is normal, this one is not.
So I need to think of some stories really quick. So if you want to just tell another one, if you have one, while I'm trying to think of some.
I was a dumb kid. That's all I remember is that I was stupid.
Oh, I think I remember one good one, but a side one is, I think I ran, Tyus Park, right?
Yeah.
And how they have the track around the lake.
Mm-hmm.
I was riding my little tricycle, and I think I fell off the bike and went close to being in the lake.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, but another story where that involved like a pond or a lake. I was in Mississippi visiting relatives, and they have like a pond. So I like to fish in the pond. And I had some cousins, and they both wanted to spend time with me that day because it was like our last day there. So they started like pushing each other and like fighting over who was gonna like spend the day with me. And I was like 5 at this time, probably.
You were popular.
Sure, let's go with that.
Let's say that.
But here's what I told everybody when I got in the house. I said I don't remember exactly what I said, but I said something along the lines of, they pushed me and they hurt me and they threw me in the pond. And that's what I believed at that point. Now that I remember and like try to go back to that time, it was probably more like they were pushing each other, so I was scared and backed myself into the pond.
That's hysterical.
Good times.
As a kid, as a youngin', and still kind of now because I don't change that much. I was afraid of roller coasters. And I still don't like roller coasters. I would still much rather not get on one.
I don't either, but Destiny made me ride like all of the rides at the fair this year.
Oh man, I hate that for you. CJ only got me to get on one, so he tried. But I didn't like any roller coasters, and so you had to like forcibly put me on one. And there was 2 years straight where they wanted me to get on this one specific roller coaster at Six Flags, and I wouldn't get on it. I would get in the line, and then I'd start crying. What's it called? It's like the one. It's like you're on a railroad. I forget what it's called. What is it?
The mine train.
Yes. Yeah. They wanted me.
I love that ride.
They wanted me to get on that so bad. I'm like, absolutely not. But I think about it, and so I get in the line, and then I'd be like, no, actually, and so I get out of the line and start crying. But they got me on the Looney Tunes roller coaster when I was in, mind you, this has been my entire life, but they got me on
I don't remember that one.
Oh, I remember it because it's the first roller coaster I've ever been on. I think it's in like Toontown. I think that's what I call it. But it's a Looney Tunes roller coaster because I saw Bugs Bunny and all that. I'm pretty sure. But they got me on it. Mind you, this is 5th grade. I have not ridden a roller coaster, and this is the one I decided to be my first one. I got on the Looney Tunes roller coaster, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. And I was like panicking. I was nervous. And so I get on the roller coaster, and I'm like, okay, I'm very scared. I don't like this. But I got on it anyway. And the whole ride I spent with my head down. My head just like tucked into my, like I'm literally, the whole ride, like they have the thing on me. So I maneuvered myself to the point where I was just like this the entire ride. And I didn't open my eyes once. I didn't look up once. I didn't say anything. I screamed the whole time. Looney Tunes roller coaster, made for kindergartners, a 10-second ride. And I still just, you couldn't make me do anything. And I got off.
Go ahead and finish.
I got off, and my sister was like, so did you like it? Did you like it? I'm like, yeah, totally. I liked it. Totally want to do it again. In the back of my mind, I'm like, no, never. I don't want it. I don't like it. I don't care for it. Never doing it again.
So I guess I was a little more of a thrill seeker, but my first like real big roller coaster. Have you ever been to Disney?
Yeah.
Like the Magic Kingdom.
Mhm.
Have you ever ridden what is it called? Space Mountain.
Yes, I love Space Mountain.
That was like my first real roller coaster.
I love Space
that was intense for a first roller coaster.
Jesus, I didn't ride Space Mountain until last year. So.
I like the Space Ranger spin. That was like my first. That was like my favorite. Cause
that's a good one.
When we first went, I was young. I had like just turned 4 when we first went. But my first like big ride at Six Flags My dad made me go on the acrophobia as our first ride there.
Oh man, not the acrophobia. Eek.
And this was in like 3rd grade.
Oh man.
And I was more afraid that I was gonna lose my Croc than anything else. Because I was wearing Crocs at Six Flags, which is like a bad idea already.
Yeah. I've only been to Disney World once, and that was last year because it was a school trip, but I really didn't have a choice. I mean, I had a choice, but I wanted to go because I've never been to Disney. And so this goes back to a school story, but I just thought about it because we brought up Space Mountain. So in the line waiting for Space Mountain, because we didn't have fast passes. We had fast passes to everything else but that ride. There was a kid, and he was like going on the ride, like he was about to go into the thing. And so he hit the whoa and then threw it up for somebody to catch. And nobody else saw him do it but me. And I caught it, and he laughed at me, and he smiled, and we smiled. So I don't know who that guy was, but you were a great person. I miss seeing your face because you were funny. So that's it. That's all.
I don't have a lot of memories of Disney. Like, I've been to the Magic Kingdom twice. But the first time I went, I was like 4. So, not many memories from that. And then the second time I went, I was like in 1st grade or something. So, not many memories. But I do remember going to Hollywood Studios, Disney Hollywood Studios, which is one of the Disney parks. It's actually really close to I'm gonna look down at my phone for a second. But I'm still gonna talk.
Yeah.
But we rode the Tower of Terror, and that awakened a new fear of heights in me. But
oh my god. Okay, when we went to Disney, we went to Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom, and Epcot. And so in Hollywood Studios was the last day.
I want to go to Epcot.
I'm not gonna say it's boring, but there's not a lot to do. But when we went to Hollywood Studios, we lucked out, and because it rained the last day, we got fast passes to the Rock and Roller Coaster, the Tower of Terror. We got fast passes to like pretty much all the big rides there, so we lucked out. But we had gotten on the Rock and Roller Coaster right before we got on the Tower of Terror. And the thing is that with a Rock and Roller Coaster, if your neck isn't stiff the whole ride through, you will get whiplash. And I learned that the hard way. So I got like whiplash really bad on the Rock and Roller Coaster, so I couldn't get on the Tower of Terror. And so I watched my mother and everybody else in our group just drop. No. And while I was smiling, holding everybody's bags.
Well, it's not just the Tower of Terror kind of freaked me out because I watched it as like a 6-year-old maybe.
Fair.
So that kind of freaked me out anyway, but it wasn't like that freaky at the point of me being like a 5th grader.
Yeah.
But just the sheer fact that we were going to be dropping like 50 feet was scary. But what added to it is there's like projections of ghosts around you and stuff.
Oh, I would panic.
And it's like a whole story in there.
Oh, I wouldn't see the story because I'd have my eyes closed the whole time.
Did you watch or did you ride the Haunted Mansion?
Yes, I did.
I love the Haunted Mansion.
Like the little beginning bit where they have us all in this little room and the dude's talking. Like when the things like jumps out at you, I said a not great word in front of my mother because she was saying it. So. I don't know if she heard it. I don't know if she knew it was exactly me, but I know I said it.
You know,
Yikes.
there's interactive things in the waiting, like
Oh
in
yeah.
line waiting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that as like a fifth grader, or not a fifth grader, like a first grader. But now I know. So.
Yeah. I only knew like while we were standing in the line because people were talking about it and doing the things. I'm like, oh shoot, I want to do it too.
All right.
Next topic. We've been on this topic for a
Marching
long time.
bands.
Next color.
Stories.
We're gonna go with green. You can see my makeup a little more, but marching band story. Marching band. Wow, crazy time. Oh, wild ride from start to finish.
And I hope we get to do it again this year.
Yeah, man.
If
God.
not,
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna be sad.
same. So I remember the first day that I went to band camp. Not band camp, but it was band practice out on the field. It was a hot August day. It was warm. And I was wearing a black t-shirt and pants and boots.
God.
I was dying. And then not only was I wearing all of that, but I was also wearing a full face of makeup. I was melting, legitimately.
That was probably the first time I experienced marching band that first day. Yeah. Because I didn't go to band camp that year.
Me neither.
I should have.
The thing is that I wasn't going to do marching band last year. It was going to be like I'm going to see how it looks for like, because I was going to watch the games and stuff and just look at a marching band to see if I wanted to be included in that. And in 10th grade, I would actually do marching band. But things changed when on the first day, Mr. Watford, our band director, came up and he saw me walking in the classroom and he's like, hey. I was like, yeah. He's like, why weren't you at band camp? And I was like, I wasn't going to do it. And he's like, no, nah, you're going to do band. I'm like, okay. And so I went to band practice the first day of school, and I never turned back. So
we had it on the first day of school.
Oh, well, I had percussion practice on the first day of school.
Oh. Yeah, you do that.
Yeah. Fun fact, I play percussion, and he is clarinet.
Oh, I'm trying to convince my mom to get me a keyboard to put in my room. So, hopefully, yeah. I'm definitely going to learn that. Fun. Just to play all the meme songs and stuff. You know the deal.
It. Yeah, I understand.
And all the anime songs and stuff. Yeah. Perfect.
There was a lot of good times. Like, majority of it. Majority of being good. It was awesome. But there were some
hysterical laughing and half asleep moments on bus rides at 12 o'clock at night.
The buses, man, Jesus. But there were also some, points in time that weren't great. To name one, I'll tell the story because it was directly affecting me, but I remember that you were a part of it. So we were at, what was that? Was that Macon? Was that the Macon game where it was really, really cold?
Yes, that was the first cold day. Yeah.
Yeah, it was freezing. It was so cold. And I am anemic. I if I'm cold, then I'm going to stay cold. It's just how it is. And so we were about to do our halftime show. So we stood up and we started practicing. And as soon as I stood up, I'm like, ooh, feeling a little lightheaded. But I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'm going to be okay. And so we started to practice, like warm up before we get onto the fields. And CJ's looking at me because I'm like wobbling because I'm not standing straight. He's looking at me like, hey, are you good? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm a little lightheaded. I'm fine. I'm good. And he's like, are you sure? Like, do you need to sit down? You can sit this out. I'm like, no, because we were already missing our snare that day. So I'm like, nope, I'm going to do it. It's fine. It's good. I'm going to be okay. And so we get onto the field and we start walking to the other side. And I'm standing beside Gabe and I'm like leaning against the fence and I look like I'm about to die. And he's like, hey, are you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Just a little lightheaded. It's gonna be okay.
I was so worried you were just gonna pass out right there.
You were so worried. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm great. And so we get on the field and we start marching. And the whole marching thing, like the whole entire halftime show, I'm just wobbling and I'm standing off kilter and I'm like going like in and out. I'm like, I gotta march. I got a thing to do. And in one of our songs, we have a lean. The percussion leans to one side and then they lean backwards. And
what song was that? I don't remember.
Black Panther.
Oh
yeah. we had to lean on like forward on one leg and then lean back on the other. The thing was, I was already like off kilter, so both times I almost fell, but I didn't. I held my composure and I made it off the field. And then the second we got off the field, I picked up the drum, threw it off of me, and just sat there and like literally just collapsed.
And you like laid down the rest of the game.
And I laid down the rest of the game because I couldn't function as a person.
I was scared Mr. Watford would get mad at me or see what I did wrong in that game, because I was like standing there right in between the song and I had to move my fingers. If not, I wouldn't have been able to play the instrument at all.
Oh man, it was so cold. It just so here's the thing. I don't know if you know this, but they might switch the fall in spring sports. So football will be in the spring and then other sports will be in the fall. So if that's the case, I won't have an issue because it won't be cold. And so we might have to practice in the cold. Which
it's going to be a nightmare.
But also, it's better than practicing in Georgia heat. So I'm not mad.
Me either. Plus, it won't be as long in the cold.
Oh, yeah.
Like, as opposed to like a 4-hour game or something. So.
Yeah.
I remember one story. I don't know if you heard about it or not, but on the way, I got into the Yu-Gi-Oh, the Yu-Gi-Oh app or whatever that everyone plays in bands.
Yeah.
So which I don't play anymore. We were on the bus on our way back from a game, and I was playing it, and I was like, I was so tired, and I like fell asleep with my phone in my hand and all.
Oh my gosh.
And everybody was talking about it when we got back, and I was like,
I did not hear about that. I felt that. The last game of the season. So the percussion wanted to do not like a big thing, but we wanted to go out to eat before we like went to the game, so we can celebrate our senior one for doing a great job. Shout out to you, Alex. But we went to Zaxby's and we're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. We waited so long in that Zaxby's line. We waited so long that we were late to get to the school. Mind you, we were supposed to be early because we left early. We were supposed to be like the first people there, and we were the last. And so we got our Zaxby's. We were eating them in the classroom while putting on our like things and uniform or whatever. And I was putting on my stuff, rushing, trying to eat at the same time. And I left my phone on the floor of the band room. I'm like, oh shit. And I didn't realize I left it until we got on the bus and we were about to go. I'm like, oh Christ. So I left it. So I'm like, oh my God, can I go get it? And they're like, yeah. And so I went up there and I tried to go get it, but the door was locked. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to do this game without a phone. And that's going to be so fun. And so we get there and I'm like panicking the whole way there because I'm like, I don't have a phone. What am I going to do? And we get to the stands and I'm just panicking because I still have my phone. And Mr. Watford's like, hey, Janetta. I'm like, yeah. And he just tosses me my phone like nothing happened. So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me, wait, you had my phone the whole time? And he's like, yeah, someone left it on the ground. So I was just like, and I saw you run up to get it. So I assumed it was yours. Oh, okay, thanks.
Mr. Watford's a hero.
Honestly, I appreciate that man so much.
If you haven't noticed already, I get super embarrassed about every little thing. If I mess up the tiniest bit, it's panic attack city over here, bud.
You're a very panicky person.
Yes, very. So another band, I don't know if you can consider this marching band or not, but the trying to sell donuts at the food depot. I told this story about the things I feel bad about at 3 a.m. or the embarrassing stories video I made. But that night, do you remember what happened? What I told you and CJ?
Oh man, I remember it, but I don't. Please refresh
I
my memory.
remember, and it's still one of the worst things, and I'm so sorry, and I hate myself.
Oh, wait, I think I might remember it.
I said, I walked over, because her and her boyfriend, CJ, were in donut costumes.
Not my proudest moment.
It was fun. But they were in donut costumes. So I thought it would be a good idea if one of them went to one side and one of them went to the other. But I chose the wrong words and I said split up. And I realized what I did right after. And I'm like, oh my God.
Like the immediate shock, you just said split up. I'm like, wait, right now? And they're like, oh no, what if you go to the other side?
Yeah.
That was just a poor choice of words on your
end. It was. It was really bad. A really bad choice of words.
Yeah. But I mean, we got over it. It was just, Oh man, those donuts.
Big bro moment.
Very big bro moment. But not only were we donuts, all right, me and CJ were mattresses as well. Matter of fact, me and CJ dressing up as mattresses is how we actually got together. That's the first picture that me and CJ have together. It's us in mattress costumes because we did a mattress sale. And, we had costumes and they're like, okay, we need people to be in the costumes. And so obviously me being an overachiever, I'm like, I'm going to be in a costume. Duh. And then CJ being a copycat was like, oh yeah, me too. I'm going to be in a costume. And so we both got in costumes and grabbed signs that was promoting our mattress sale, and it was fine art tonight, and we went out into the crowd and started screaming, just literally yelling at people to buy a mattress. November 2nd of 2019, please get a mattress.
You remember that?
Yes, like we were just yelling, screaming, like, buy a mattress. Do you want the cheap ones? We've got blankets too, mattress and mattress accessories. Like it was a lot. I think people were more laughing at us than they were trying to get mattresses. But, that's okay.
Why don't we talk about the mattress sale?
Man, oh God.
I don't even know why we were there.
The mattress sale was just like, we went and set up, and then for the rest of the time, we just sat in the band and
I showed up like all day. I went to the store at 4 a.m. because it was Cameron's birthday.
Yeah.
And I got like a tube of frosting and wrote happy birthday on some cookies. So I was at the school at like 6 a.m. and I stayed there till like 2.
I was going to be at the school to set up. I was going to try to get there really early. But so I had my alarm set for 7:30. And then I woke up because it was a Saturday. And so my alarm went off. I'm like, bitch. And so I turned it off and then went back to sleep and then didn't get there until 8:30 because I realized, like, oh my God, wait, that was my alarm. Oh my God, do you remember when we had all the like lunch tables in the room and we were all standing on top of them playing with a tennis ball?
Yes.
That was stupid. And
I
then
still
like
have
everybody
a video of that, I think.
Oh my God. And then some of us were like crawling under the table. It was a lot. And we were really dumb, but it was cool.
Yeah, we had like a full table of food too in there.
Oh my God,
it was mostly just like cookies and chips.
And it was great. I mean, we were full. We were eating, so yeah, it is what it is.
And we watched Rick and Morty and Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, not the most school appropriate things, but nobody has to know. Nobody else was there. Man.
Oh, I swear there's more stories, but
there's just a lot.
Oh, I have a picture of me in my uniform. We can show that and laugh at it together because it's not my favorite thing in the world. But,
yeah. The thing with my uniform is that it never fit. My uniform never fit, and I'm sure
you look
I'm sure
2 times the size you were.
Yeah, like, and I'm sure it will never fit.
Tall-wise, but
like they had the pants legs hemmed up, like they have the sleeves of my arms hemmed up, and yet after all this alteration, after everything they could have possibly done, it still doesn't fit. And so we still have to pin up my pants legs. We have to make sure I roll my sleeves under. It doesn't work. And I don't think it ever will. So
I don't know if I still have a picture. I don't. Crap. Probably not the worst thing in the world. But, you know.
It Chapter 3.
Oh, no. Oh.
I love the It movies.
I haven't watched any of them.
They're all, I love it. So, just in case you ever wanted to, you know, get me anything, It related stuff is cool.
I mean, your birthday's coming up.
It is my birthday, September 30th.
I got you.
Facts. Nice. Okay.
Think, brain, think.
Are we changing topics or?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe one or two more stories. So we haven't done much on the marching band fact.
Yeah.
Someone
just came to my door and twisted the knob, but didn't open it. Mind you, my door's not locked, so.
Mine isn't either now. So.
Y'all can just open the door. I don't know why. But I mean, okay, do what you want.
Marching band.
What else did we do? We did a lot of stuff, but I can't remember it now.
Secret Santa and, like, the Christmas party. The Christmas party.
Oh, my God. Okay,
if you haven't seen the vlogs.
Go look at them. They're great. So Secret Santa, if you haven't seen the vlogs, then we'll explain very briefly. But we did Secret Santa, and we had a big Christmas party where everybody was going to exchange gifts. And the thing is that I was, like, ready to get my gift by the time, because they had, like, a specific point in time where they were passing stuff out. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then I just kept going. I was just like, everybody kept giving out gifts, and everybody had gotten their gifts, and I hadn't gotten mine yet. And so I was like, okay. Well, I mean, I'm not mad. It is what it is. And so I sat down, and we started eating and watching movies. And then all of a sudden, one of my percussion members, he comes up and he's like, hey, come here. And I'm like, okay. And turns out the whole time that my Secret Santa was, like, one of my favorite humans on this planet. Again, Alex, if you're watching this, shout out to you. And he got me this, like, just this awesome bracelet, and I still have it. It's still, like, is back here, but it's awesome. It was very surprising. I was really, like, down in the dumps when I didn't get a gift.
Okay, there's one part in your vlog that is, like, the cringiest part to me, but it has to do with me, not you. It's the part where I go to get my gift and show you in your vlog. And I say something along the lines of, hold on, I'll just find the part. Because I'm sure I can find it pretty quick. Oh, yeah, here it is. Miles, there's one open. Oh, and the part
this
where...
is the audio. Oh, God.
No, it's not that part. But...
But what did you get for Secret Santa? Because you actually got a gift.
I was speaking so fast.
Oh, wow.
Dylan just...
Giant Reese's things. Wow.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Dude, oh my God. And some money.
Money. I should have said, like, cash or something. I don't know why that's the worst thing to me, but it is. It makes me cringe every time I watch it.
And some money. Money! The thing that bothers me so much about that vlog is the audio cutting out, because I figured out what happened, and it's the app I'm using. And so when I'm using the app, sometimes it'll record my audio that I'm talking in real life while I'm editing, and then it'll dub over the actual audio of the video. And it bothered me so much because I was helping my brother do something. And so it caught on with me telling my brother to do stuff and like, hey, there's stuff happening. And I couldn't edit it out because I already posted it and I already like saved the video. So I'd have to really re-edit it and then cut out that whole bit. And that was the bit where I was promoting View. And I'm like, fuck. So that was irritating. I think that's it for marching band topics. Marching band stories. Next topic, different color. We're going with red.
Do you remember the next topic? Fictional childhood crushes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to start because Gabe doesn't remember a lot of his, but I have, these are not really childhood crushes, but they were child me enough. I have some of my crushes on my wall. But the first one that comes to mind is Danny Phantom. I had the weirdest and the biggest crush on Danny Phantom more than any other person. Like, I don't know. Danny Phantom was just great. I loved Danny Phantom. Who else do I have a crush on? Diego from Dora the Explorer.
Oh my god.
Because as a kid, I was a really big Dora the Explorer fan. Like, I have so many Dora things just from my childhood in my house. So Diego, fantastic. Loved him. Who else? There were so many other people. The Blue Wiggle from the Wiggles, specifically him. I think it was a blue one.
Oh my god.
Don't ask. I don't have any answers.
Okay, it's not as bad as Diego, but you know.
Yeah, but still, I was like a 5-year-old thirsting over a grown man. Yeah, see, when you put the context in there, it's weirder.
Yeah.
Who else? There was a bunch more people. I remember them. Did you ever watch the Imagination Movers? Oh, man, all of them.
Oh, my God.
Oh, the biggest one. How could I forget? Handy Manny. Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
I had the biggest, the most gargantuan crush on Handy Manny. And honestly, to this day, Handy Manny is still cute. I watched Handy Manny every single day of my life. Of my childhood life. As long as it aired, I was watching it. I've never missed an episode. I've never missed an airing. It was just, I was always watching it. So, me and Handy Manny have a very close, tight-knit relationship.
I feel like I had more, like, childhood crushes on cartoon characters than, like, actual people who exist in the world.
Fair.
I mean, and I don't even remember most of them because it's been like 10 years.
I had the obvious crush on Justin Bieber. Duh. Every 9-year-old girl did.
Yeah.
Who else do I have a crush on? The crushes that are on my wall, they weren't like child was like an actual child. They were middle school crushes, but I'm just gonna include them in this. But everybody from The Outsiders, all of the greasers from The Outsiders, whoo, massive crush, and they like dictated my life for like all of 7th grade. I was known as the Outsiders girl, and I'll take that. I don't have a problem with it.
There's one that I don't want to talk about on here, but I'll tell you through Instagram messaging later.
Okay. Oh yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't even have a guess.
And that's like the only one I remember.
Who else did I have?
You know, in 6th grade, there was someone on YouTube, okay, that I did, but I also don't want to talk about this one. So, I mean, you know, and that's really all I remember.
The little boy from Dragon Tales, I had a crush on him.
I don't remember watching Dragon Tales really.
Oh my gosh, you're missing out. I forget his name, which is bad because I watched Dragon Tales a whole bunch.
I feel like Cartoon Network had one.
Oh yeah. Oh, I had a big crush on Finn from Adventure Time, but like I don't know who did it.
Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time.
Princess Bubblegum. I mean, I understand. Princess Bubblegum is just iconic.
Possibly. I think. Yeah. Oh.
I don't know. Who else? There's more people. I know there's more people.
There's gotta be more for me too. Then that's just not clicking in here.
Roderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh God, no! Like the movies or the books?
The movies, both.
Good. I was about to say because I mean it's just a drawing in the book.
I have a crush on a drawing. Who else? There was a bunch of people. Home Dude from Yo Gabba Gabba.
I don't remember a lot from Yo Gabba Gabba.
Great show. Immaculate. 10 out of 10.
I know I watched it. That and Wubsy Wubsy Wow Wow.
Oh my God. I love Wow Wow Wubsy. I will literally, if that show still came on, I would still be watching it. So.
Well, there was a game on their website that I used to play that that I still remember to this day, like playing.
Man.
I remember playing a Yo Gabba Gabba game on there too.
I miss going on like TV channels websites. Like I miss doing that. Like I used to go on Cartoon Network's Disney Channel. Speaking of Disney Channel, I've totally forgot about Disney Channel. Crushes.
Dairy Queen used to have games on their website, and I used to play them.
Why?
I don't know.
But another crush is Zach and Cody, both of them.
Okay, I never watched that.
Missing out. I'm watching all these shows.
Have you watched any anime?
Not recently. I've watched it before. Yeah.
How long ago and what?
How long ago? But we're probably looking back at like elementary school, middle school, maybe.
What did you watch?
One Piece.
Oh God, One Piece.
Who else? I know I watched more than that. Soul Eater. Black Butler, Totoro. Studio Ghibli films are just great.
I was about to ask, like, what's your waifu or what's your husbando or whatever.
I don't have a waifu because I'm not crazy.
I definitely
I was never that
like
into
a husbando.
I was never that into anime enough to get a waifu.
You know,
like, I was never
thought
really
I was like completely straight until like during the quarantine. That made me like question my sexuality.
You know what? I feel like that's been happening to everybody during quarantine. Like I'll start talking to people. I'm like, man, I've been like questioning myself. I'm like, you know what? That's okay, because all you can really do in quarantine is think anyway. So,
but I'm still like, yes, I'm straight. And then
but
I
also
see something. And I'm like, oh wait.
Maybe not. Yeah. It is what it is. I think that's just a quarantine thing though.
Like PewDiePie, bro. Do you follow Marzia?
No, I don't.
Did
she post pics of him?
Go look at her. Oh wait, do you have
no, I can look it up on my laptop. Yeah.
Okay. On Instagram. Do you know how to spell it?
I spelled it close enough. I got it.
Okay. Look, scroll down just a little bit.
Okay. Which post am I looking at?
PewDiePie, bro. Jeez.
Oh, okay.
My man.
He kind of, if I'm looking too close at PewDiePie's face right now, and he kind of looks like Mr. Watt.
Oh God, no! Don't say that. Don't say that, please. Please, no. I don't want to think about that. No.
He doesn't. Never mind. I never said that. That was not a thing I said.
And I hope he doesn't watch my videos. I don't think he does, but you know.
He watches my videos. He told me he was
no.
Ari, and it was like when we were doing finals, and so me and Ari and Mr. Watford were sitting at like his little table outside, and they were like just openly watching my YouTube videos. I'm like, why are you guys doing this in front of me? Please stop.
A few people have pulled up mine right in front of me, and it's not good.
Yeah, my mom did that to me.
It.
Mind you, I don't want my mom looking at being on any social media I have because I say bad words.
Yeah.
So, like every time my mom's like, "Oh, show me one of your TikToks," or "Oh, show me your Instagram," I'm like, "No."
This picture, bro. This picture. PewDiePie's looking good, bro.
YouTube crushes when I was a kid. Maddie B. Maddie B raps, man. He's buff now.
Maddie B raps.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Oh my God, your childhood was not a childhood. Maddie B literally made my entire childhood.
Hold on, I'll have to look it up. The first YouTubers I like really got into were more J Stu. Ew, this man looks.
He's not built entirely correctly, but I remember little old me having a crush on him.
Yeah, I can see why. I can see why.
But also, this is him when he's like grown up. You got to think about him like 10 years younger than what he is right now.
Yeah.
So he was like, what, 7? Who else I have? I had like crushes on random YouTubers that I can't remember now. Oh, I remember one. Simon from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Not the fact that he was a chipmunk, but his voice. And like his personality. I'm not attracted to chipmunks, okay? I'm just saying his personality. It's good. Got good personality, Simon.
Well, one of the ones that I'm going to tell you about later, I will tell you. It kind of makes me a furry.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
It is an anthropomorphic, whatever you say, animal. Yeah.
Anthropomorphic.
Yeah.
Hard word to say.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Like Worcestershire sauce or whatever.
I've decided to never say that word. As many times as I've tried to say it and failed, I've just decided, nope, never gonna happen. Just not gonna say it. That's it. Are there any more crushes? I can't think of any more crushes. Are there any more? I don't know. Cats!
Thick!
That cat looks like it's going through a lot. Scream.
Cat ASMR.
Yeah, get into that. Okay, so do you have any more crushes?
I
don't think I have any
so. Me either. Let's do
We
outros.
have been talking for so long.
Yeah.
Alright, so outros.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, this was fun. I honestly enjoyed it. All my socials, one of my socials should be in the thing below. My Instagram. Yeah. Jay is not on K. Literally on every single social media platform except for YouTube. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
I'm the Poiple team, soon to be under a different name. I don't know what yet because I don't like the Poiple team anymore.
Dang.
But my real name is Gabe, or as you can see in the little thing right here, Gabriel Eagle.
Gabriel.
Hi. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. I
Yeah.
should have kept my face a secret and did like a face reveal.
I have never said my real name on my channel. You've said my real name on yours. I've never said my real name on mine.
Well, I mean, it's in the corner of the thing.
Yeah.
Well,
so like
yeah,
everybody,
that doesn't matter. You're right, because I've said it on mine.
yeah, like everybody on your channel knows my real name, but my channel doesn't.
Yeah.
And they won't know until I decide to tell
them. Look, I've decided we should do a cover of something.
Oh.
Once my voice doesn't do all the cracky stuff anymore.
Yeah.
My
next video on my channel should be a cover, so look out for that. I don't know what I'm going to be covering, but that's what it should be. I'm trying to get into a point where like I'm posting every month consistently. Yeah. And I'll do like an actual video one month and then a cover and then a video cover. And then it'll switch into a talking video like 1 week of the month and then another week is a cover. So I'll be posting twice a month.
I don't know how that's going to work. Post at least once a week.
Yeah.
But that hasn't been working out.
I can't do once a week because I am a procrastinator. And once I film a video, I don't like to edit it because editing takes forever. Like, if you plan on becoming a YouTuber, just know that if you want to edit your videos, prepare to spend like so many hours of your life doing that.
Oh, I'm not editing my own videos. I've already got somebody right now that I can pay.
Oh man, what a life! I do it all by hand, and it sucks. It takes so many hours out of my life that I can.
Yeah, I don't edit at all until I can afford to pay that person. That person, if you're watching, you know who you are. Eventually, you will get paid to do a video.
Lucky you have editors. I don't, but yeah, we need to is video. We've been talking for like over an hour.
So bye, YouTube.
Bye.